Welcome to Life Around 40, episode 20. It's been a while since we've been here, guys. How are you guys doing? How's everybody feeling?
Back to school, baby. Back to
Yeah.
school. So
Well,
clearly I'm exhausted.
how are the holidays at least?
Just great. Great. Just
Way too short, but good. A lot of fun.
saw some family. Was just a good amount of family.
Just the right amount of
An
family.
appropriate amount of family.
Yep.
Taylor, how was yours?
I was uneventful. Like I did see some family, but yeah, nothing crazy or no drama or anything. Thank mercy. So
Let's steer clear of that this year.
So sandwiched right between Christmas and New Year's is my anniversary.
Yes.
12 years have passed. She hasn't killed me yet,
Congratulations.
guys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's still time.
Yeah.
There's still time. Don't worry.
It's the slow burn.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep, and it will be. I'm allergic to some weird stuff, so she's just gonna be. I had no idea. He never told me.
Recording. Okay. Are you going to bed? All right. Love you. Yeah, she's got to maximize that life insurance first. All right. So
Yeah.
she's putting that life insurance policy.
Ooh. Like the day she's gonna. I made you lunch for
Okay.
work today. I know that's the day. I know that'll be the day because she never
Yeah,
makes
for
me
sure.
like a work lunch.
For sure. Wakes you up. Hey, honey, here's your lunch. You're like, oh God, this isn't right.
This is it, boys. This is it.
Now, do you just accept it or?
Oh yeah,
At
I'd
that
eat it. I'd
point,
probably
yeah,
eat
it's
it.
like whatever.
It's out of sheer spite I'd eat the damn thing.
You come home somehow still alive but super sick. Huh, I beat you. You can't get
Is that all you got? I ain't hear no bell.
I mean, so we were at a holiday party a few years back, and like she went in there. I had a couple pieces of shrimp. She's like, "Can I give you a kiss?" And I'm like, "Sure." Dude, I started breaking out bad, like I got a nosebleed. I'm like, "I'm gonna go to the car." Where I had a secret stash of Benadryl. So
That was a pilot run. Was what that was, Drew.
yeah, oh yeah, well, I'm sure it was.
She was testing. She was
I was
testing.
like,
reaction.
okay.
Oh
All right,
well,
making
I mean,
notes.
so again, a few anniversaries ago, let's go to Olive Garden for dinner. I was like, oh, sure. And so we go there, and she's like, can I get the stuffed mushrooms? And she's like, oh, these are so good, you got to try it. I'm like, it's got good taste. I was like, does this have seafood in it? Oh, no. Lady's like, oh, yeah, it's got this. And I'm like,
Right.
I'm gonna run to CVS. I'll be back in a few. So, popping Benadryl. We go to see a movie. The next year, we go to Korean, my choice, and she's like, hey, what is this? I was like, I don't know. Let me try it. It's fish. I'll be right back. It came prepared that year, though.
This is, I think, you've told me in the past, this is one thing you were very upset about developing an allergy to, wasn't it? Because when you were younger,
Was.
didn't you like shellfish and stuff a
Oh.
lot?
I was 16 when my allergies changed. I ate shrimp up
That's
until the age of
crazy to
16.
me. That is crazy to me.
Yeah. Bastards.
I don't know if you're in this stage or not, but we've gone through this stage. We're always bounce in and out of this stage, so she likes to keep me on my toes. But we do the true crime stages where I come home and she's watching shows on like how women got away killing their husbands and stuff. I'm like, what's happening here? Exactly. What's going on? Nothing. It's just, you gonna watch a different show, honey?
The perfect crime, Graham. The perfect crime.
Exactly. I don't know if you've been to that stage yet or not, but we like to drift in and out of that one occasionally. So
No, she still just likes Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Just absolute
really?
fodder. It's horrible. But
it's funny.
she's like, it makes me feel better about my life. I was like, well, that's good. You know that that trash makes you feel better about your life than the life with me.
I swear 90% of people watch that stuff to validate how good their life is going. You know what I mean? To be like, oh, no, we're good. We're fine. Things are great here. So, because every time I see it, I'm like, well, at least I'm not them. So
now, did you ever watch Wife Swap?
I've seen
I don't
like
I don't even know
bits
if
of
that's
it.
the
I never
name.
sat down. I think so. Yeah, where they different husbands would go live with a
Yeah,
different wife. Yeah, it was a very
you know,
weird
when I was
concept.
younger, that seems like a great idea. Like, oh, you think it's better out there. Now that I'm older, I'm like, those people hated each other. Every one of them, they hated each other.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
So
But the thing I remember the most of the wife swap thing is when Dave Chappelle did that skit on the Chappelle show where uh, him and a white family, his black family and the white family swapped. That was hilarious. That was so funny. So that's my main, like most pop culture things I don't watch. I either get my reference from The Simpsons,
or
Family
Dave
Guy,
Chappelle.
or Dave Chappelle. Yes. So
Fair,
that's my.
fair.
Those-
You know what I learned the other day? We were sitting at a restaurant, and was it a restaurant? 50-50. We were sitting somewhere, and I remember. I don't even know how it came up, but I was like, you know who's impressed me lately? I was like Snoop Dogg. I'm like, yeah. They're like, what is it? Born again Christian,
He's
like
doing a great
Okay.
thing. He really is. Like
old Snoop.
we have you. There's a show on Netflix of his football league where he's taking
Yep.
in like these, these
Well, because his kid's like a really good
downtrodden
athlete.
kids. Yeah. So he seems like a pretty stand-up guy. You know what I mean? For a guy that grew up in the hood. So
Sure.
it's good to see that for sure. Seems like a nice enough guy too. I don't know. I don't know him personally. I'm
I'd
fine
have a
not
drink
knowing
with
him
him. There's a lot of people I'd have a drink with just to
for
get to know
sure.
him.
That's
Yeah.
there's one for sure. He's a huge gamer. He was in The Witcher.
Graham,
What's his name?
I don't, we can't continue.
Why?
Your shirt.
What's wrong with my shirt?
It's,
Huh?
it's a rival.
Well, I know
It's
it
pretty
is.
bad.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well,
I don't work
okay.
there anymore, so I don't care. It's comfortable.
Oh.
So I don't wear it out of the house, so it's fine. Disclaimer:
just
I do not work at this company anymore.
just wear it while doing bad things.
That's, my opinions do not reflect the opinions of said former company I worked for. There we go. How's that?
It's better.
And so it's super comfortable, and I can't wear it out of the house. So I didn't want to wear a hoodie tonight. So I was like, this is fine. No one watches this anyways. So let's do it.
Couldn't go the robe route and just be comfy.
I don't own a robe.
Whatever, Hef. Yeah, whatever, Hef.
Seriously. You head into the garage
Gotta-
after this.
No,
It's got a harem of women in the other room just waiting for him.
Hurry up with the podcast. Shut up.
Good Lord.
Be there in a minute.
Just for current reference, whether you agree with the move or not, for our armed forces to go in and just capture the leader of another country
Dude, they're the
is
best. at that.
amazing.
Yeah.
Just absolutely the most balls out thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. Like,
What's in-
we're not going to go in and shoot you. No, we're just going to whoop, you're ours now.
Oh, it's terrifying too. Is what it is.
Outstanding. It's outstanding.
It's terrifying that there's human beings on Earth that can do that. You know
To
what
our
I mean?
men and women in the service, that's all I have to say. Just absolutely, fuck yeah.
Yeah. it
Who
is-
else could pull that off? USA.
as a fan of military things and liking military history and whatnot, it is very impressive what those guys
It
can
is.
do. And potentially ladies, don't want to be sexist, what those Americans can do. There we go.
USA, USA. Just boss.
All right. Well, we want to go and get into our topic since we're starting a little
It's
late
a
tonight.
late night. It's a late night.
And we got early mornings for some of us, so
Taylor,
yeah.
here's your
So I-
topic.
I have the topic, and so I kind of we skipped a week in recording, so this is a little late, but that's okay. But I wanted to talk about some life lessons that we learned from the past year, because
My audacity failed.
When
I'm not sure.
Well,
6 minutes in, something like that.
so 4.5, 4
That's-
minutes ago.
I can use the other audio up until this point. It's fine.
Just start.
You
I
recording
don't see why
again.
it failed. You don't have a drive that's full, do you?
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, I could use a Discord scratch audio for you.
All right, let me check something here. No, all of my drives have a lot of space. You want me to start recording it again?
Yeah.
Testing
Is it working now? Yeah, okay, it's running again.
Maybe you might have accidentally.
And you
hit
might
something.
still have a piece
Yeah, I
of
don't
the
know.
other one too. So
Yeah, there's like 6 minutes over there. So, all right, my bad. Continue, Taylor.
Spoopy. Okay, so all right, there was a pause for that. But yeah, the topic I wanted to was life lessons, something you might have tried to possibly learned over the past year. Getting up there in age, so there might be some things about yourself or just in general. For example, one thing that I've really come around to believing is that the ends never justify the means. I really do not agree with that as a way of going about doing things. I say that only because if you justify any of those means, other people can justify whatever those mean, like their means are. So if you want to try to do something, then it's like, well, okay, well, I'm going to do the CD behavior to get what I want. And it's like, well, if somebody else doesn't want that, they're going to do CD behavior themselves. So I think while it may be a bit of a detriment, while it may be troublesome or hard, I think being stalwart in a moral sense is much more in line with what you should be. But at least for myself, I really don't like. I'm not a big fan of the ends justify the means. I find what it does is it excuses really bad behaviors, and even not just bad behaviors, but erodes into just small bad behaviors into worse behaviors. So,
But what if I got
Did you
something
stab
really
somebody?
cool? Yeah, what if I
Yeah.
got something really cool because of my bad behavior? Is it okay then?
no.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right, never
didn't
mind.
you
it's not.
steal your wife from a friend?
I think that answered
Wow.
the question, so let's move on.
Oh, gracious.
Hey, it was
Ah.
several years after I knew her, and it was after they were already broken up. So
Mm-hmm.
I will say no more on that front.
I'm only speaking for myself, so obviously, yeah,
Hey,
different lives and
it's
different
led to
paths.
15
But
years of marriage and 2 kids. Okay, so give me a break. All right.
man, that's one hell of a kidney punch there.
Yeah,
Hey, all's fair in love and war.
that's literally what my grandmother told me. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
Wait a minute. Well, how did that come up?
do we have to discuss?
Yes, we are. Woo!
This? Do you hear what the hell is happening in here?
What's led to 15 years of marriage?
How long have we been married?
15, but what has led to this?
Drew's getting Graham in trouble. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
We're gonna have to cut all this out. Taylor said
No,
Taylor's topic is what did you learn this past year? And he said the ends never justify the means. And I made a joke about it. And Drew said, well, hold on, wait a minute. Didn't you steal your wife from your friend?
oh yeah, please edit this.
And then she says, yeah, please edit this out. She just said
we
that.
heard.
Okay.
No.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So
I
Yeah,
took
we're not
out
gonna talk
Graham's
about it
penis
anymore.
comment, but
this is
bullshit.
This
is
is
life around 40.
yeah, this is not discussing life around 40 right now.
So what did your grandma? Well, how did this come up with your grandma?
Oh my god.
Were you like?
I,
Were
no,
you
I
like
just,
Nana?
No, I
I
just
feel
said,
bad. Mm-hmm.
I said I really like this girl. I'm really good friends with her. But she just broke up with this guy. Like she still has whatever, and she's like, all's fair in love and war. And I was like, all right.
It's simple. I agree with Nana.
Same here. 15 years of marriage for
Yeah.
it.
You got to keep her. You've had to keep her since the beginning. You
Yeah,
fight. You do what you have to.
He's married with kids. Everybody's fine. Why do I feel like the bad guy? Or,
No
are we
one
the
said
bad
you
guys?
were.
Am I the bad guy?
Yeah, nobody said you were. That's some hell of a
Yeah.
guilty conscience you got going there.
I know.
We're getting called to the
You notice
carpet.
they're not friends
If-
anymore.
I only meant this for myself. Like, obviously, this is not, you know, I do freely, at least for myself. The ends never justify the means. Now,
Sure.
how you take that, how you go about that, that's your own business. But
I don't live my
mean,
life that way. I mean, my lord. I made a joke about it.
Oh, but
And I don't consider getting my wife that. Sorry.
well, I mean, I mean, yeah,
Not real quiet in here.
Yeah, Drew really
Yeah,
sidetailing
he
it
nuked
there.
that one, didn't he? Thanks, Drew.
I'm observant. I'm a very observant in life, and I remember key facts.
He obviously is a fucking listener because I said it was for me.
I'm just adding to the conversation. I thought that was the point of this.
So, what is your take on that, Drew?
What on the ends justifying the means? I mean, I don't think it
Yes.
has to be a negative though. You know, to say that is like, or is that the point of the phrase? Like, because if you work your ass off at something, I expect the effort
It's-
to be worth something in the end.
Well, no, I think it's more of like by hook or by crook. That's how I interpret it. Like by
Hooker?
any means possible. So that means like
Oh,
you
well,
are willing to do
sure, like-
shady things and
I like
Like,
to
I mean,
think
if
I
you-
stand
if
on
you're-
morally high enough ground. Like,
well, I would like agree with you on that. If you've got like a that's the problem. If you're not disciplined nor have a moral center, then you're just going to kind of scatter to the wind and just kind of be more so thinking along the lines of a lot of media, a lot of stories. There's a lot of like it's been going on for years now, but gray morality has seeped in to where it's like, well, you just do whatever you need to get things done kind of thing. And it's like,
I think people need to, you have to have for me, my conscience has to be clear. Like, I don't think I've ever done anything so shady. Like,
Mhm.
I felt awful about it, and I'll never be able to forgive myself. So I like to think I stand on decent ground with most things. We've all made mistakes in life, but I'd like to
Mhm.
think I've apologized, and it came from the heart that I was sorry and made life changes. So, I mean, sure, I would agree with your statement that the ends don't always justify the means, but in
I
a
think-
negative sense, sure.
So, I've heard a Christian argument around this when it comes to society at large. And kind of getting into the gray area and, hey, we'll do whatever it takes or whatnot. I heard a theory that the country, because it's become less Christian and, those Christian morals and values aren't as instilled as they were at one time, we're not all pointing at the same moral compass with the same moral compass at that point. So what somebody in society might consider to be a gray area or whatever, a bad area or whatever, other people aren't following that same compass, and it might not be a gray area for them, or it's more of a not as black and white. And I've heard that's one of the reasons maybe people are seeing more of that nowadays, is because we're
Just
not
like-
all in the same compass and the same ideals and like things were back in the day or whatever that time frame might be. I wasn't around, I couldn't tell you.
Mhm.
But I have heard that argument before. So
Just like all the fine people running those totally legitimate daycare centers all
how did I
across
know
the
that
U.S.
was going to come up today. We're going to get you
Sounds
your own
like-
podcast, Drew, and it's going to be just you talking about politics. is what
I'll,
it's
I'll
gonna be.
tell I'll tell you, the one thing about all that stuck out to me was like, 9 billion missing and no one noticed. We're paying too much in taxes. Like, fuck yes, we are. Like, if you don't notice, billions of dollars gone, we're paying too much.
Okay, but to play devil's advocate, we see that out of the Pentagon all the time. The
Yeah,
Pentagon
they
will
suck.
come
They
back
can't even
and
pass an
say,
audit. They can't even pass an audit.
yeah, they come back all the time. They're like, oh, we lost these billions of dollars. We have no idea where it went. They know where
They
it
know
went.
where they know.
They're
where
not
it
going to
went.
tell us. It's going to black projects and stuff like that that they don't want anybody to know about. But
It's the $152 stapler now. Come on, let's be real.
yeah, the
It
$3,000
ain't black
the
sites.
$3,000 screw. Yeah,
That's
I've heard about those.
Bastards.
But so it's my personal opinion is the government is corrupt. through and
There's
through.
no. There's no. There's no.
There,
saving
there's
it.
no one side that's corrupt and one isn't. And they're all corrupt. I see both candidates on both sides of the aisle personally the same, different sides of the same coin. So that's why I think our system is broken and we need a serious overhaul of how it works. That's just me.
It's going to be term limits for all. But moving on from the politics. Um, damn it! Why do you keep pushing us into that shit, Graham?
Yeah, I
God.
know. I'm so sorry I brought that
How
up. today.
dare you? How dare you?
But no, I mean, I guess I agree with you, Taylor. But
Yeah, I guess I should make that caveat there that it's
Yeah.
more of in the moralistic sense.
yes,
Yeah, not like what you're trying to do, but yeah, and I think that kind of stem off of that is that, you know, if you don't have some sort of moral center with that by any means becomes a very dark and insidious method to do whatever you want to try to do to get it done. It's like, no, that's gross.
Yep.
Right. Here's one for me. I will. As I said, Graham, did you have anything else to add, or do you want me to?
I'm good.
Okay. Well then.
yeah, I'm so pissed at Graham though. Like his hair looks like it gets darker and more full every fucking video.
Well, that's because
It's
I
like-
hadn't had a haircut.
You'll
for a bit.
be all right. You don't have the yarmulke going like I do, so just get over yourself.
Just want
You'll
some
be all
color.
right.
Well,
Just a little color
be
back
fine.
in it.
I haven't had a haircut in a while, and I didn't put any
Man,
gel product in it today, so it's very
It's all right.
fluffy,
just beautiful.
very poofy.
Be strong. Be strong, Drew. Be strong.
Good God.
I'm trying, man.
He's trying his best.
Getting
Best
so
he can.
old.
Oh lordy. But yeah, I'll bat it off to there to Drew. Like, unless you want me to go through a
No.
couple others of mine real quick
No.
before.
We can go back through, but I'll do one. So I for like personal ambitions, no matter what it is, whether it's cameras or a home project, like, you know, putting up the baseboard in the house, just stuff like that. I plan a lot and then I get a lot of inaction. And it's not because I'm lazy, it's because like something else will pop up. And it's like the new in my head takes over. And it's that's a lesson I'm really trying to push through this year, and like just tackle the first thing and then go on to the second instead of that new freaking idea popping in there and distracting me. It's I'm like a dog seeing a squirrel all the time, man.
I understand that.
And one thing I started, and I even asked my wife for books for Christmas, as a way to distract from, you know, always using the phone as my media inlet.
Oh, yeah,
So I've got
Okay.
I've got the John Carter series, and I've been reading like 2 chapters a day. John Carter of Mars.
Mars.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that sounded familiar.
I actually like the writing so far. It's good English for a dummy like me. You know,
Is it was originally written like the 20s or the 30s or something?
it was a while ago. I couldn't tell you. I haven't looked that deep into it.
You might like the Conan,
The
or
Barbarian.
yeah, Conan the Barbarian
Your
books. You might like.
horror novels. I hear you.
They're not.
No, I just
horror.
yeah, they're not horror.
Horror.
WHORE.
Oh,
Horror.
horror. Yeah,
Horror.
the whore.
The-
Whore.
The hooker. He was a naughty guy. I've seen the movies.
Oh, well, yeah. He
They're
he
pulpy,
is.
but I don't think they're insane by
You-
any stretch.
I mean, of course you've read them.
well, I've read bits of them. I've Bron Mockmore, is that it?
Oh, that's the other one.
Yeah,
yeah,
I-
by him.
Was reading that one.
I really like Bron Mockmore. That one's pretty cool.
It is a fun
Hmm.
one.
Well, it's about a guy who fictitious, of course, but he is leading a fictitious version of the Pict people, um, who are being invaded by the Romans, and he's like, I am going to die by whatever, but I'm going to fight for my people, and bring it on. To hell with the Romans. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's especially somebody that likes history of that period, even though it's not real. It's still kind of cool to see it alluded to and stuff. So
mm.
Huh.
But you might like that writing style because it's not overly grandiloquent, where it's like, okay, you're just throwing out
He's
$10
such a dick
words.
sometimes with his words. Grandiloquent.
That is, yeah. Yeah, I, however, like to throw out them $10 words
Yeah.
every. now
he likes to
and
use grandiose words. Ooh, I can use $5 words.
Oh, but no, it's just very well written stuff. Plus, it's generally at a good
Yeah.
brisk pace, and not
I'm-
just kind of spinning its wheels.
I try to read it in some Jules Verne because I like a lot of the modern movie takes on. I absolutely can't stand it.
Okay.
Well, and I personally hearing you wanting to pick up books and reading more, I'm super happy about that. I think it's going to be very beneficial for you, just in enjoyment and whatever. But one thing I've kind of learned, it's not even on my list, but this made me think of it. And you seem like you're okay with it so far. If you start a book and you hate it, get rid of it. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you have to fit. I know several people. My wife is kind of that way, where it's like, if I start a book, I have to finish it. If you feel like you're not getting anything from it, don't finish that thing, man. Move on to something you want to read, because otherwise you're going to
Yep.
lose that flow and that want to read, because you're like, then it becomes a chore and it's not fun. So
Mm.
that's awesome.
I think that's good for all media. Like,
sure.
I feel like some people, what's that, the sunken cost fallacy for anything,
Yeah.
and it's, on one hand, it's like, okay, I'll be willing to give something a chance, but after, like, I know for books, a lot of people have if it's a longer novel, up to like 50 to 100 pages, and if it's just not something I'm vibing with, maybe I might come back to it or something. That's why they try really hard to get you with that
That
initial
hook. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
hook and stuff. So,
That's awesome.
all right, yeah, I'm curious to see what other books and stuff really capture your fancy.
We'll see. I mean, I've read several books throughout my life. It's just
Hmm.
not
Well,
it's
for
not
sure.
a medium I like to ingest too much.
Well, I was
It's slow.
seeing something insane. Like if you read a book within the last year or something, it's an incredibly small amount of the U.S. population.
It
I've
is.
done it. Yes, I did it.
So it is.
It's something like 1.6% of the U.S. population, or something absurd. It's dreadful.
I'll,
It's bad.
once you finish those, Drew, I'll get another recommendation for you. What I'm reading right now, The Price of Admiralty. It breaks down what makes good admirals in sea battles. It's right up your alley, isn't
That
it?
sounds absolutely fucking stupid.
Yeah, I just finished the section
yes.
on Nelson at Trafalgar. It was very interesting.
It
And now I'm in the
might
Battle
be
of
good.
Jutland, so
It might be good. I'm going to be going on my friend's boat with my kids here soon, and you never know, there might be some pirates in the Gulf of
you
America.
might have to fight them in a whatever. Get out of here with that.
Good Lord.
They can have it. It's fine. No, so I guess for mine, my first one, and I kind of spoke about it when we first started the podcast, is when opportunities to do things present themselves, don't be afraid to take them. It was kind of in the sense of my vacation this year, which seems kind of dumb, but we never take vacation. But when something pops up and it's like there's an opening to do something, don't be afraid to take that risk, or obviously take a measured risk, do your risk reward, calculation on it. But take those opportunities, because life is short and you don't want to go through your whole life missing out on stuff and laying on your deathbed and wishing you had done more or taking those opportunities.
I will like to just push back
And here comes
just
the
a little bit on
contrarian. Yep, here
less contrarian, but
here he comes,
more
just rolled
of
in.
hey, no, but
Contrarian bot.
trying a measured pace with it, because I think it's to paraphrase it, the Robert Frost poem of the paths less traveled and stuff.
I thought it was going to be a simple thing I learned this year, and now he's dropping Robert Frost on me. What is happening?
Next time I see you, I will hurt you.
Yes.
I will hurt you. I'll give you that really hard handshake.
You don't need that, right?
But well, no, it's. I agree to an extent. Like, don't be so cowardly that you never do anything and just kind of live yourself in a bubble. I think about when I went to Japan. I went on a one-way ticket with $300 in my pocket. Now, some people would say
You're an idiot.
wee bit crazy, or that idiot. I mean, that's a. But I mean, and I remember a former boss I had. I told that to her, and she was like, "I wouldn't have been able to do that." And I was like, "Well, I'm not expecting you to do that. Like, certainly take the chances, and whatever. But just be okay with whatever the chances are and the failure of that may happen because of it. And not to say, it's going to be the case, but like you're saying, on your deathbed, but you might come back to be like, wow, I really shouldn't have done that. Just make your choice and be okay with whatever it may come.
I also think even when you make the mistakes and you fail, those create who you are and make you a more rounded person too. So I don't think those are inherently bad experiences just because you took a risk on an opportunity and it failed. Look at the amount of business owners that have tried to open businesses and they fail their first 3 times and they hit on their 4th. Well, they were learning all 3 of those opportunities before of what to do, what not to do, how to do something better, how to shape something better. I don't think, unless you die or lose all your family or become deathly ill, I don't know that there's a bad experience because you learn from everything.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Well, I think it's more of a success bias on that. Like you're pointing out this, but then just think about all the ones who are broken by the singular opportunity of doing, like trying to do a business or something.
But I don't think you should live your life not doing it because other people have failed either. Like consider it, but that's why I said you have to do a risk reward evaluation of the situation before you take it.
Well, it's I think then this is why I said I'm not like pushing that hard, because I think it's like understanding and having the discernment to be like, oh
sure.
yeah,
Don't go jump off a cliff because the cliff is there. You know what I mean? It's you still have to be smarter than that. But
to be the extra dickhead, since I'm going to do it more here, as Ray Bradbury had once said, jump off the cliff and build your wings on the way down.
Okay, yeah. Ray Bradbury is dead, so I don't want to hear it.
We all will soon enough.
It's not
so
wrong. It's not going to be on a cliff. So hopefully.
Why would you say shit like that?
Tempt fate. I don't live near any cliffs, so I should hopefully be all right.
You're in Delaware. There's cliffs in Delaware.
Yeah, there are.
Taylor will find them.
I think he does. He doesn't. Yeah, that's kind of my old stomping grounds as a child. So
where are the cliffs?
Back when you were shiving.
That was in Columbus.
You have those rock faces when you're driving down 36, 37 over that. What is it? What lake is that?
That's what
they had to put
Allen
chains
Creek
across them so dumbass kids would stop jumping off of them.
Let's just say, or potentially, I don't know that there's a cliff in Ohio where I live where if you jump off, it's immediate death.
I never said it'd be immediate death, but wouldn't you rather have an immediate death over a long
Rising Park?
Where?
Rising Park in Lancaster.
I don't live in Lancaster.
Just toss you off that. I can drag you.
I live in Delaware. I don't live in Lancaster.
Well, I know, but you just said Ohio, but there's also other places.
Yeah, okay. Where I live in Delaware, there's no cliffs for me to fall off and die. So I feel pretty confident in my statement. Is this what this is going to be this whole show?
Yes. Yes.
It is now.
All right, moving on. I don't care what anybody else has to say on my fucking topic. Just move it along.
I was going to say, Drew, the one that you had mentioned, I actually had it written down of making sure to carve out that time because there's always that time stealing creep. So I'm
Yeah.
with you. There's just anything and everything. It's just like no, you just need to be like, stop it, block that time. But something else that I have here is that I have learned to be much much more comfortable with myself being as I am, and that I am not really that much of a talker. I feel.
Oh.
I don't think I am. I mean, what would your two's assessment of me be? Do you consider me that much of a talker, really?
I mean, you could be a wordsmith for sure. You and your fancy words.
My
So-
fancy $10 woods.
I don't know if I would say talkative, but if I get you on the right topic, you are not afraid to talk. I
Mm,
would say that.
yeah. Well, like that's fair, but I think sometimes that can be really hard to pin down for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me push back
So-
a little about here. Let me push
Okay.
back a little, okay?
Push back on what? Me asking you?
I'm just gonna every time you say something else. Well, hold on. Let me play devil's advocate. Push back a little, okay?
I mean, you haven't. Drew has. I have.
To quote
Gotcha.
Charlemagne, not the god,
All right.
the king. To show
Uh-huh.
quote Charlemagne. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
bring up the most obscure people I can and not give any quotes.
Yes, because Ray Bradbury and Robert Frost are really that obscure.
Both dead.
I didn't know
for
who
the
Robert
record.
Frost was.
He's a poet.
So
Mm.
that's
Well,
exactly
I mean, you
why
probably
I
know
don't
the.
know.
He was a poet.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Now he's
but,
dust.
from what the, ashes, dust to dust. But it's just being comfortable in that and being comfortable in the silence of things. A lot of times I think I can be a little too comfortable in silence, but I think that's where I am okay with having people just be more talkative, and not necessarily to push back on everything, but yeah, there's plenty of stuff that the two of you or just other people in general will talk about stuff that I have no idea about, but it's just kind of nice to just hear people chit chat about other things. And I think that having, especially if it's not like a psychopathic, I hate you, I hate you, blah blah blah, drama. It's more of just like enjoying the presence of conversation of other people kind of chit chatting about things they really like. Like Drew with his cameras, or berating Graham for not playing through Chrono Trigger.
We all do that.
But there's a couple buddies that I chit chat with every Monday, and they like are heavy into like Robo Mecha anime or like Godzilla stuff, and it just flies well over my head. But like I'm okay in the silence of like listening to that, just kind of appreciating that, because the way I see it is there's just too much out there in life, and we ain't gonna be able to do all of it. So, let somebody else, and let somebody else do their thing, and we can talk about the things and be like, okay, or at least just listen to what they have to say about it. So,
See, I'm kind of in
Sure.
the middle on that. It's sure, do your thing, but I don't always need to hear about it either. So, like, you can have a conversation with somebody else who's interested. I also don't need you to talk to me about it either. So that's the dick in me coming out, where it's like, okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to talk about whatever. And then
I hope you clip
gonna
that.
move
Write that. Right, clip that.
Dick in me.
I've said much worse on here. So
Not when it's clipped and repeated for effect, but
it's all right. I'm not too worried about it.
it's just showing all the narcissistic tinge of everybody there, Graham.
That's
You
fine.
just want to talk about yourself. What?
Pretty much. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really think I have another one for me this year. So
Mm.
Graham, anything else for you?
Yeah, I got one more. See how much blowback I get for this one.
Mm.
So, I guess the other thing I learned this year is don't make decisions based on others' opinions. Kind of don't judge a book by its cover, if you will. This is kind of where I really learned it was with my job change this year. I was hearing some things about the job and kind of taking it at face value what I was hearing without really investigating it for myself and kind of making decisions based on what I was hearing to eventually coming around and being like, all right, I have to go experience it for myself to know for sure. I can't just take this at somebody's word. And it, my perception of it being totally different. So if somebody, I guess, don't try to make decisions in your life based on purely what other people are saying. You have to dig a little deeper, experience it yourself to an extent, to make that informed decision. And it's really not fair to that person, that place, whatever it might be, to not give it a fair shot based on what somebody else has said. Hell, you could even apply that as something as simple as a restaurant. This restaurant sucks. Well, you might love it. I know that's super dumbed down, basic version of it, but it did have a pretty big effect on my year this year. So that was an area I learned to don't be afraid to take, kind of leading into the other, don't be afraid to take the shot and figure it out yourself too. So
Mm. Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with that. I mean, I think me on a personal level is much more syncopated.
There's another word. Can you give me the definition of syncopated?
Off beats.
Okay.
Like if you're
Wasn't that
on
easy to
rhythm with
say?
everybody. Not really.
I
No.
love it. It's a great word. I will never use it in a sentence.
Yes, you will.
you'd be surprised.
I believe in you.
Almost 40 years. Don't believe I've ever used it before. Don't know. Don't see me using it in the future. So I'll just say
That's-
offbeat.
That comes from me trying to learn music stuff and making bleeps and bloops. That's
Oh.
really where that came from.
Okay.
But yeah, but no, just being very much offbeat
Thank you
from
for our dumb listeners.
Yeah,
Dumb
there's
hosts.
times he'll say words, right? And you're over there, Graham, you're over there like, and I'm like, am I like the biggest fucking dumbass on
I
this
just-
show?
I'm not like and I hope you guys don't feel like I'm like trying to like talk over you
No, I
or
do.
something.
I do. I take it very personally.
Yeah, that really sounds like you do.
If I had normal feelings, I'm sure it would affect me a lot.
Well, that's certainly something I'm awful about, and it is the negative effect of what I think is a positive attitude that I have is to not really like not consider, but like think of, especially growing up and being made fun of my ear. It's just like, okay, what other people have to say about me,
Sure.
whatever. I'm just gonna be me. But unfortunately, just because of a lot of the words I use, I come off probably a bit pretentious, even though it's not what I'm going for at all.
Dude, you've written books. You have a great vocabulary. Don't feel bad. I
Yeah.
just, as a dumbass, will ask you when I do want to know what it means.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Well,
wrong
then
with
yeah,
that
like
either. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That is something I much more appreciate than either faking knowing what it is or just thinking that I'm just trying to like, oh, here I am trying to use really big words. No, it is literally the first. It's not like I'm sitting here going, I've got the sentence written out and this is exactly what I'm going to say. I'm like, no, it's just the first word that pops into my head.
Sure.
It's pretty empty in there,
Yeah.
and it's really like just kind of grasping at what little bit comes to my head there.
and
But
Drew, in reference to that look you said that I have where I'm like, while he's saying things, it's usually because I'm replaying like a TV show or One Piece or something in my head. And I'm just like,
God, the next episode of One Piece is going to be so good.
yeah, it's
I just assumed. See, my assumption is that because you read a lot, like you just know these words.
It will reading will absolutely help build your vocabulary
Mm.
for sure. So
Yeah, because you'll see things like it was something that I was kind of mentioning about the worm Ouroboros. Or I don't know, were you here by that point, Drew? Before
The
we started
what? What
recording,
did you say?
the worm Ouroboros
I don't know. See, here we go again.
it's
is
like a
was
proto
a-
fantasy kind of novel.
like written in like
Okay.
1918.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's written in like 17th century English, so it is.
Oh,
It's, I get it. It ain't for everybody. That's fine. But I had suggested it to a coworker because he was into Lord of the Rings and stuff, and it similar vein. So give it a shot. I did forewarn him. I was like, it is written this way, so it is kind of heavy lifting. And he was he got back and he was like, yeah. I don't feel like doing homework. That's what it felt like.
much.
So, but yeah, I don't know where I totally forgot where this conversation thing was going.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Did you have another one, or do we want to?
Well, I was gonna say Drew took the third one that I had, which was the carve. Well,
Oh,
didn't take
the-
it,
the-
but he and I had
the time.
being making sure to be more disciplined and or
It-
having
well, see,
got to be disciplined.
mine's slightly different because mine is just changing my intakes. I'd like to change some things, so
Okay.
because I get I'm like, hey, I'm 90% done with standard normal televised broadcast, so it's been like a lot of YouTube, and it's like, boy, I gotta get something different. And my wife
Mhm.
always reads, so I was like, and you assholes read, you write books, so I was like, I'll
I'll
read
tell
a
you
book.
what. It's super nice. Like Brittany and I will sit down there. Now I've been watching One Piece instead of reading. I'll usually read right before I go to bed if I do. But there'll be times where her and I both will sit down and read and put on like some calming music on the TV. It's just us
Mhm.
together in the room reading, and it's actually really nice. It's very
Do
relaxing.
you ever read naked?
No, I don't do anything naked but shower. Literally,
He's a never nude.
I'm very close to a never nude. That is not a lie. I hate having my clothes off. I'm not a fan of it at all. So
See, like I won't like sleep naked. There's no chance in hell. And that was even before kids. The night like the house catches on fire, that's the night I sleep naked.
oh yeah, for sure.
So really, I'm keeping everybody safe. That's
That's part of one of the reasons why I would never sleep in my underwear is because I'm like, oh my god, if something happens and I have to run out. But I just sleep in a t-shirt and shorts. So
I've been outside in my underwear with a pistol in my hand,
See,
looking
I'm
for
not-
the bad guys,
Not doing that.
and I'm not ashamed.
You throwing pizzas on the roof as well? Is that?
No, that'd be a waste of pizza. Well, not in Texas. Like you just throw that shit in the
That
trash.
was a that was a Walt or what's that show?
Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad. Yeah, that's a Breaking Bad reference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throws the pizza on the roof.
So, sidebar, Gramps, since you cook, I've been asking everybody that cooks these questions. My wife is semi-gluten intolerant,
Okay.
and so I've taken one stab at a homemade cauliflower crust pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever made such a thing, or what would be your advice to really dry out the damn cauliflower, because it could be a soggy ass mess?
I don't know how specific it is to cauliflower and making dough, but I know one technique a lot of people use to draw moisture out of vegetables is they salt them and then they'll let them sit because salt will draw all the water out, and then you almost have to get like cheesecloth or something like that, and you just twist the
You wring it
shit
out.
out of it. Yeah, you just wring as much as you
Cheesecloth.
can.
Cheese. I'm writing this down. Hang on.
It's a-
Cheesecloth.
It's just kind of a porous sac that allows it keeps all the solid in and it lets all the liquid out. But I would try. I mean, you don't want to go crazy because you'll oversalt the crust, but maybe start with your cauliflower, salting it and let it sit for a little bit, because in vegetables and stuff, salt will draw moisture out of
Mm.
vegetables.
Mhm.
So,
Makes it sweat.
Okay.
maybe a good place to start, but I'd have
Yeah.
to do some research because I've never done it. I've eaten it before and it's
Yeah.
not bad.
I mean, dude,
Mm.
it's because it's. Sorry, I was typing cheesecloth. To say that there's like so much cheese in that dough, if you call it dough crust, it's not even funny. Like for a head of cauliflower, it's like a cup and a half of cheese and an egg.
Are you using the cheese as a binder or what?
Yeah, the cheese and the egg
Okay.
are binders.
Because
Binding
I know
agents.
egg is usually used as a binder, but
Yeah.
I could see cheese in there too. I didn't
That
realize it
is-
had cheese in it.
Yeah, it's a lot of cheese, in fact. So
Huh.
some lady's like, oh, I'll just squish it between some paper towels. I'm like, then I'm going to be eating paper towel.
Mm.
And what I say, like the one I made, the flavor's not bad. The flavor wasn't bad. It's just it was soggy.
Because you're mashing it all down anyways into like essentially a dough ball, right?
You're trying. That's the goal. So
Okay. Then you twisting
think-
it in a cheesecloth isn't going to hurt anything. It's going to start that process of breaking everything down for you.
yeah, I just don't like. I don't want to squish it with paper towels because it's going to be
No,
gross.
And I would
So-
also, I would get it very small when you squeeze it. So get that cauliflower almost in its dough form before you start adding stuff, and that's when you want to squeeze it.
Mm.
Yeah, you
So-
break it down to like a grain of rice, and
Yep.
that's when you're supposed to.
That's when I would
So-
squeeze.
Okay.
So, but yeah, try salting it. See if that helps get some of that moisture out.
Okay. Cool. All right, top three. We
Exciting.
going top three?
Top three. Top
Let's do
three.
it.
Top three. I went with nostalgic smells. And I think when I was asked about this, there was a smell that brought me to a place. And I was like, you know what? I know that smells is like one of the most powerful things, one of our most powerful senses. And I was curious where this would go, hoping it wouldn't turn into a fart joke or something stupid. But top three smells. So I'm going to give my
There
first
goes my
one.
list. Hold
Yeah.
on.
So my first one is my dad's cooking. And that is me growing up. Now my dad wasn't like he's no world-class chef by any means, but like he made a couple foods that just made you want to leave the house. Specifically fried bologna sandwiches and cabbage rolls. And the smell from those two things just forced me to leave the house. And I smelled sauerkraut cooking recently. And I was like, brought me back 30 years to dad making that disgusting ass dish that I swore I'd never try. And to this day I haven't ever had a cabbage roll with sauerkraut in it. So
Yeah,
I do like cabbage rolls.
I
but
see. I love
tomato sauce.
sauerkraut.
Oh
yeah,
man.
I'd
Cabbage rolls are not
slam
my
that.
thing. Ugh.
I've had some Reubens that were okay, and I've
I
had
love
a
a Reuben.
German kraut. I
Mm.
like a decent German kraut's not bad, but sauerkraut, no, you keep that shit. So, but yeah, my dad's cooking. Dad, love you, but shit stinks, man.
And a good fried bologna sandwich is also a favorite of mine. I love fried bologna.
Can't try it because of my father, but I do want to try Spam this year. That's the
Spam
thing.
is incredible.
I want to try
is-
Spam.
Spam is awesome. I love. It was one of those things growing up. I was like, I'll never eat Spam. And then we went to a Hawaiian restaurant and they had Spam musabi, which is like almost Spam sushi, and it was incredible. And I got my kids hooked on it now. Like
I want to
they'll
try
eat it
Spam
when
and
I fry it.
eggs. I want to try
I
Spam and
Okay.
eggs.
I'll also fry it up a little bit and put it in my ramen. I eat it with ramen
Okay.
too.
Mm.
I always have to
Okay.
fry it though. So, but I love Spam. It's like concentrated bacon. Is the way I say it. It's like
Now, how
bacon
thick
loaf.
do you cut it? Like, how thick would you say you're cutting?
Not super thick, but also not super thin either. I want to say
Like, all right. So if you had Kraft singles, how many stacked is your thickness?
4 to 5 probably.
Okay.
I want to say maybe about an inch ish. Wait, half an inch?
Kraft
wanna say-
singles?
Well, Kraft singles are like that big. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just the look you get.
An inch? How
Okay,
how
half
big
an
did you
inch.
tell your wife you were?
Is that guy
A
mad?
foot and a half, baby. Honk.
All right, half an inch maybe. I don't know. I've never measured it. I do it by eye. I don't know. Drew, cut that much. That much.
All right.
Oh Lord. Oh boy.
With
Alright.
that, Graham, it's your turn.
Oh, is it my turn? Right. So I smelled something I haven't smelled in a very long time. It was on the day after Christmas. We went up to Brittany's family's for Christmas, and I think I had a real tree a couple times when I was a kid, but almost my whole life they've been fake trees. They have a tree farm that they run up there and they sell to make a little money around Christmas, and they always have a real tree. And I don't even think I went into their living room last year, so I didn't smell it. But this year I walked into the living room and they had this giant real tree there, and just that smell. I was like, oh, that's right. That's what Christmas used to smell like back when we had real trees in the house. And that took me way back to when I was a kid. Just because I haven't been in a house with a real tree in a very long time, I feel like. And I've really missed it. Like, I was like, I can't believe how much this is adding to the Christmas, like, ambiance.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It like,
Do you think that would entice you to get a real tree next year?
no, because I'm not going to maintain it. They sell candles that smell like that. Maybe I'll get a candle, but it was very nostalgic. So I will say that. So no, I'm
Okay.
lazy when it comes to Christmas. I don't like setting up for Christmas. I don't like dealing with Christmas ornaments and lights. So I'll just buy
Is
a
your stuff
candle
still
and
up?
smell it.
Decorations still up?
The outside lights are. Everything else is down. We took it down the day or two after Christmas.
Wow, it's quick.
Yeah, we got
quick
it out of
move.
there. So, but my
Mhm.
outside lights are still up. Yes. So they'll come down once it isn't so crappy up here. So
Yeah,
a couple months.
I mean that is an Ohio thing, right? You leave them up till the weather's
Oh
not
yeah.
garbage.
You also try to hit that window when it's nice to put them up too. So
Yep.
before it gets too cold. But yeah, so a real pine tree at Christmas.
Lovely
So-
scent.
It is a very nice scent. So, my first one I'm going to throw out here is the smell of I think it's just the original scent of Old Spice.
Oh
I haven't smelled
Make you
that in
think-
forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Classic.
reminds me of my grandfather. So, and it's, I think because of that, it's probably one of the things, like, I get a lot of, like, Old Spice stuff. Yeah, because of that. So so not so much the original one, but like a lot of the offshoot stuff. I should
Yeah.
probably just get it. But definitely whenever I smell that original one, it makes me think of my grandfather
I could see that for
and
sure.
stuff.
I
So.
think I had thinking of the original set when I was younger. It was one of the first
Mm.
deodorants I ever had, where it like came in the bottle almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I do use Old Spice now, but I use one of the offshoot things. I think I use Fiji.
Oh,
Could be
yeah,
wrong.
something. Yeah, yeah. There's a few different ones that I have, and it's just like, okay.
I just stick with the same
I-
one now. I don't change.
I
them.
use
Mhm.
Bear Glove.
Lord.
So- How many bears have you ran into, Drew?
Two.
And they were all very intrigued.
Very, very
It
seductive
did not
bears.
smell like my deodorant, I'll tell you that much.
It's for attracting the bears, Drew. That's what it's
Yeah.
for. So that's a good one.
So,
Old
yeah.
Spice.
So, to move on to my second one, a musty kind of cabin smell, or like a lot of moss sitting on rocks. And this would bring me back to our family cabin in upstate New York, the town of Old Forge. There's just something about you good. It's not, you don't want your house to smell like that, but so many great memories
Oh,
are
for sure.
wrapped up there.
Yeah.
And that is where I ran into two bears. One at a distance of at least 30 to 40 feet, the other within a distance of 3 to 4 feet. And that's the one you can smell the rank on that ass.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that cabin, it's that cabin smell where there's always a lot of water because you're on a mountain, there's streams, there's the Finger Lakes right there. Oh man, it's just. I don't think it gets better. I don't know if it's great for your lungs, but damn it, it's just all the
Mountain
great
air
memories
is
involved.
maybe not the
mountain
cabin
air is-
air, but the mountain
yeah,
air.
maybe not the cabin air. But I wonder if the bear was the same year that I blew my shin open in the woods and shit myself. Because I wonder if he was after my underwear. He's like this.
You never know.
So, if you want to catch a bear, there's a tip.
Thanks. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Bear Tips with Drew.
Yep.
For my second one, I've kind of gone back and forth between two, but I'm going to choose one and I'll probably throw in an extra one at the very end. So for my second one, I would have to say probably wood smoke, or even more specifically, corn smoke from like a corn burner.
Okay.
So wood smoke in and of itself makes me think of being young and camping with my dad and stuff like that, and all the good times I've had in the past sitting around a campfire with friends, drinking and just talking or whatever. And both my grandpa and my uncle, when I was a kid growing up, had corn burning stoves instead of wood burning stoves. So that smell and not so much, there was a smell, but more the sound of the fan inside of that thing. When I hear it, it always
Okay.
makes me think of like going into my family's house there, and standing in front of that corn stove and warming up. And it was always running during the winter. Um, so I'd have to say wood smoke, and like I said, to some extent, that corn smoke smell from the furnace, from the stove. So
Lovely.
I always kind of wish I
Mm.
had a stove like that in my house. So it's kind of a nice focal point. Even though you don't think people gather around it, they kind of do. You know what I mean? Especially when it's real chilly. Um,
Mm.
so that's one thing I wish houses had more of, was fireplaces and stuff. I feel like we've really
Sure.
lost something there. So, but I get it. Fire hazard.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of like when I was younger. It was shortly after my dad and stepmom moved out to good old Morrow County. Um, that the house had a fireplace, so one of my chores was to chop wood and stuff. So that would, yeah, I totally get you on just the nice smell of burning wood and
What are those jet heat? You know those jet heaters that you see in
Oh.
Salamander?
garage?
The salamanders.
Is that what they're called? I've always thought I've always heard a salamander was the thing in a professional kitchen that was like a super hot broiler. But it's those long heaters that have like the jet engine blowing out the back. The smell of
Yeah.
that brings up a lot of memories too, because I've worked in a lot of garages and barns with those running
Okay.
when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Nice. Uh-huh.
The trifecta.
So my second one here is the smell of, for lack of a better way to put it, good Italian sub being made, or pizza. Makes me think of my grandmother.
Well, I could say that.
So
for sure. Yeah.
she made like my grandparents, and that particularly grandfather, who would the rough 'em and tough 'em grandfather, and my grandmother, they used to own a pizza shop in Columbus and then sold it at some point and moved from there. But so she would always make Italian subs and pizza and stuff, and
What I had for
just
dinner,
that smell.
and it was delicious.
Well, yeah, it was great, and like outside of one place that I found more so recently due to work down in Parkersburg, Ruben's place. I think that's what it's called. I know it's Ruben's, but they their Italian sub is about as close as it's gotten to anything that I've tasted to my grandmother's, outside of my aunt making it or something. But
Are we talking about a hot sub, cold sub here?
yeah, hot
Hot
sub,
sub,
hot
okay.
sub.
Yeah, pizzeria sub.
Now, I recommend stop at Pizza House in Columbus one day. They have a really good Italian sub. I don't know if it'll be close to what you're used to, but There's a magic in an Italian sub when you leave it in the fridge for a while.
The
I
cheese
just-
sets.
Oh my god, it just turns into some other flavor
So-
profile, and I love it.
Here's a
Yeah.
question for you. Do you guys prefer hot subs or cold subs when it comes to Italians?
When it comes to Italians, I prefer hot, but like that's half of it, and then I let the other half chill off in the fridge for a while, and then I
Okay.
attack.
Yeah.
I love a good hot sub. I much prefer a cold sub. I'm not sure why. I'm a huge cold Italian sub fan. Like there's a place it's a chain, but I think there's 2 of them in Columbus called DeBella's. They're cold. The Godfather sub is one of the best things. It's so good. It's incredibly good. But I just love a good cold Italian sub.
In
So,
November when I
prefer
come
it
up,
much
we're
more
going.
hot.
DeBella's
So-
is, yeah, I'll absolutely take you. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So
Taylor, you're coming.
Oakley dokley.
so
But yeah, no, hot subs definitely much
What-
more, yeah, especially
so the
with the
smell
Italian.
of, would you say the nostalgia smells more bread baking or the actual
It's-
sub
it's-
itself?
The actual sub,
Okay.
like as it's not like as the sub is being baked, so get the smell of the meats
The
cooking and everything
cheeses
because
and
it's
everything, okay.
right because it's and getting that prosciutto just right.
You guys dressing fans? Italian dressing on it?
I don't really care for Italian dressing, but like an oil and vinaigrette type thing. I
Yeah.
have that literally in the fridge, and that went on it when I
Yeah,
cooked
I've
it.
got to have at least oil and vinegar on it.
Yeah. There's some sort of oil vinaigrette combination. Italian, I guess, but
Italian, eh?
It depends on the
kinda-
Italian.
much-
It totally depends on the dressing when it comes to that. But whereas
That's-
oil and vinegar
that is
or
fair.
whatever, you can get away with quite a bit. Red wine vinegar.
I use a Newsom's. Is it
Mm.
Newman's? Newman's. I use a
I've
Newman's
heard of
Newman's.
brand.
Yeah.
yeah, Newman's
like
is
it.
pretty good.
All right. sorry. So-
My last
No,
one is gonna go back to food because food is what a trigger. And it's another odd one. But I love the food. White Castles.
Oh, nice.
I'm not saying they're
Not
good
the fart-
memories.
Not the farts thereafter.
Just the
but-
onions, man.
Yeah, when I turned 12, I started drinking coffee. And I started
Mm.
drinking coffee when I would hang out with my grandpa and around I'm going to tell you the time between like 5 and 7 every day. He took his truck and his French poodle and he went down to White Castles on 161 and he would have White Castles he'd have a coffee with his friend Dan and the Yuccas, I think is how you pronounce your last name. And I started going with him because I'm like, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to drink coffee. So I'd go there, I'd get coffee and like mini corn dogs or coffee and like cheese sticks and White Castle's coffee. I still love it, but like you go in there and White Castle's is an aroma in and of itself, but
Mm.
son of a bitch, man. I went with that man for years to White Castles, and I loved every minute of those memories I spent with him. Go to the
That's
driving
awesome.
range, go to White Castles, and then like
Nice.
the Yuccas, whatever the hell their name was, God rest them. The husband was deaf, so you'd be talking. What'd they say? They said yeah, like right out of a movie, right out of a damn movie, and Dan he just looked at me like, oh, those people,
Mhm.
just.
That's
And then I remember
hilarious.
that damn poodle Pierre. If you got in now,
That's
mind
a
you,
fantastic name for a
right?
French poodle.
I rode in the truck to get there, but if my grandpa didn't go in first, he would attack, and that SOB would bite, drew blood out of Dan, and like even me, like dude, you sat on my lap the whole way here. What the hell's your problem, dog? Dog was
That's
a
funny.
dick.
I'll tell you what, I love White Castles. The smell of onions saturates you for literally the rest of the day. You can't get away from it, unfortunately. But I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to think. So it wasn't the one on 161. It was the one down on Fifth Avenue. We used to go to for lunch all the time. And man,
Mhm.
you get in there about lunchtime, and it was always the same group of like 6 to 8 old guys in there
Mhm.
sitting around, laughing, joking, drinking coffee. Every time we went in there, they were there. And it's like I didn't realize it was such the meetup for these
It's
guys.
the hangman. You know, White Castles does a Valentine's Day dinner too.
That does not surprise me.
Could you
I'm not
imagine
surprised by
taking
that.
your wife to White Castles
No.
for Valentine's Day?
Well-
The shit you would have and get.
As much as her and I both like White Castle, she might be okay with that. Actually, Brittany loves White Castle, so
I heard they decorate like every table's decorated with candles. Like they go all out. It's
Okay.
it's a thing. It's like a White Castle's pulp culture phenomenon. I don't know if
That's
they still
pretty
do
cool.
it.
Hmm.
like if your
but-
wife was really into it and liked White Castle, that could be a fun memory to have. Like, yeah, the time we went to White Castle, and there's candles on the table and
Hmm.
whatever. So
Oh, I remember. I think it was. I want to say it was the year I studied in Saitama, which is just a little north of Tokyo and stuff. And I came back. I was nothing but skin and bones. Like there was pretty long stretch where I was quite the pauper. But I got back and I think I was like 160 pounds or something. I was really the first thing. But I'll come into John Glenn and I go back with my dad and I'm like, Dad, we have to stop somewhere. It was definitely White Castles. It's like it's been nearly a year. I crave the castle. Like,
It's great. Just don't go for breakfast. Do not eat a crave case for breakfast. That is a horrible idea.
Oh no! I think I want to say I got back at like 11:30 midnight or something like that, and it was it's like
and I'll tell you what, their
I don't know what the
fries are
Castles-
pretty damn good. They have some. Everybody
Mm.
talks about the sliders and everything, which I get. They're White Castle fries. They know how to make a fry now. I'll tell you, and I'm not a
They
big
got a
fry
good crinkle
guy.
cut. It's a good
Yeah, it's
crinkle cut,
very
man.
good.
It really is.
All right. My last official one is going to be like wet pavement and wet leaves, especially during the fall. That kind of smell you get when you're out in fall and it's been raining and the leaves are on the ground. I love that smell. It immediately takes me back to being in the fall when I was a kid, running around outside playing at Highland East. I was the last senior class in that building before it moved to Central.
Oh.
That old building up
wow.
on the hill there. Being on the playground there during fall, running around playing. I love autumn and fall in general. It's my favorite season, and just that smell of like after it's rained and there's leaves on the ground, and it just right around 60 degrees or so. It's perfect. It's just takes me right back to being a kid and why I love that whole season. So it's one of my favorite smells on earth. If I could put that in a candle, I would. So
Mm.
I don't think they make that candle though.
I bet
So-
you just go to the store. What's that damn candle store?
Yankee Candle?
Yankee Candle, yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like taking another mortgage out for it though. So pass.
Bath and Body Works does it too. They do a lot of
They have a
candles,
lot of
right?
candles.
Are they still around?
Yep.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I
I,
was gonna say,
I
I thought
frequent the shops.
I'll tell you what. If you haven't been in one lately, they were this way back when we were younger too, because I've gone on with Britt and the girls a couple times. It is a sensory experience, to say the least.
Yes.
It's like it's like pie cutting all these different scents and craziness, and I'm like, this is overwhelming. They have one
Yeah.
scent and like 90 products that have that one scent. Then you go to the next one, like 90 more products. It's like, okay, get your cream. Let's get out of here.
right. Like I'm being,
The
you know,
sports store,
being shell.
the sports apparel store is down the street. Let's go down there. So
Graham, I
Oh,
want
my
you to know
gracious.
there are even Walmart's got your candles, buddy. You just go for it.
what? Wet leaves?
Oh,
I'll
yeah?
have to look into that. Hmm.
Oh yeah.
It'll be one of those things
Don't
that it
live your
smells
dreams.
kind of nice, and then you light it and it won't smell like
Yeah,
anything.
I've had those
It'll just be
before,
like-
which is very annoying.
right. So, all right, my last one to bring this on home. And well, actually, did you want to give your honorary ones real quick, or
I can do my honorary one real fast. My
Yeah,
honorary one
yeah.
is old books.
okay?
Makes me think of going to the library when I was a kid. I loved I still like the library. I still I haven't been in probably a year, but I still take the girls to the library occasionally. But there's just something about that smell of old books or old bookstores. I used to spend a lot of time in half price books with my dad growing
Mm.
up. So that used book smell, I've always loved it. So I'd have to say that's a good honorary mention is old books.
Another one for the musty smell of dust.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, the
Cabin.
There's
must,
something about the smell of
old
dust,
books.
yeah.
the must.
It's the muzz.
All right. So kind of a little pivot, maybe an honorary one, but something that I always felt really weird about with Japan, and this will lead into the smell. Last one I have is that when it rained in Japan a lot, if it seemed like it smelled a bit like rust.
Okay.
Yeah. So for a bit of time, I had to acclimate to that, and I didn't like it so much. I was like, this
That's
is
interesting.
it's
Yeah.
not appealing. Which kind of leads me into the third one here is the smell of the ocean because it makes me think of Japan.
Yeah, I can see that.
I love the smell of the ocean. And it's just, I don't know, there's just something really nice. It was like within 7 kilometers of the Pacific for a while, so it would be very strong and prominent for a long time. But so whenever Ohio gets those remnants of hurricanes and everything,
yeah.
it's like yeah, I can kind of smell the ocean a little bit. So
I like it.
That's a good
Quick
one.
shout out to WD-40. Huh?
Yeah.
Who doesn't have an old memory of WD-40?
Oh, yeah.
oh man, yeah.
And also gunpowder. I love this. I love how I smell after I go shooting.
Really?
I love
Okay.
the smell.
That's a weird one for me because it's kind of like gas. Like gas should not smell good, but there's something about gas that I think smells good. I don't know what it is.
That's the manliness
It's-
coming out of all of us.
Is that what it is? I thought it was the
It
brain
is.
damage entering my head.
Hey, it's the brain
Same
damage.
thing. Same thing.
So, yeah, I've always liked the smell of gas. I don't know what it is.
I don't want to like smell the can, but like
Same
when
here,
it's
but like when you're
when it's-
standing next to it, it's pumping. You're like, it's so awful. Like, that's not that offensive.
Yeah, but
Okay,
so I bought the gunpowder thing that hit me pretty recently because I went and bought a 22 long rifle. I want to take the kid shooting. Feel like learning to be smart with a firearm is good for everybody.
Yes.
And God, I love being in that store. It's like, oh yeah,
It's America.
it's a beautiful smell. America, F yeah, here to save the ever effing day.
No, I get that. All right.
Good stuff. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's get out of here. So, all right, thanks for tuning in to episode 20. You can check below in the description for all our social media links, and we will catch you on the next one. All right, thanks for coming, guys.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Toots.
Gather round and lend an ear for another spin around the sun this year. It's Graham Taylor and Drew on the mic, sharing stories of this wonderful life. Oh, this is Life Around 40, episode 20's here. Talking lessons learned and holding memories dear. From the smells that take us back in time, come on in, the feeling's fine. Life Around 40, let's go.